Apparently it still comes up. Anyway, I think I have some problem with the mobile. I think I might actually need to reset the mobile, sadly. So I'll have to get a hard drive. I'm pretty much in minus at the moment in regards to my... but anyway, it's like 200 crown or so, I know. So it needs to have a hard drive so I can get all the information from my mobile to the hard drive, and then oops, that's wrong. See here, I tried to reinstall this program as well, so I don't have the Jesus is God Almighty and all that, and I thought I could just reinstall the program, then it would work, but you know, some crazy things are happening on the mobile, and maybe it's my own fault because I was trying to clean up, and I might have deleted something that I shouldn't have deleted, in regards to system files or something like that. I guess I couldn't really see the hidden files on the folders, and I'm not sure how you actually do it in this program, how you see the hidden files. So I might actually have deleted some hidden files that was important for the system to work correctly. So it seems to have some like weird issues with the mobile. So anyway, so that's bad. Where it has trouble deleting files, it has, you know, it makes weird things. But anyway, I'm still talking to one of my Catholics from Israel, you know, apparently Catholic, and we're pretty much gone through in regards to different things. But the thing is, you know, I'm not really getting any straight answers, which is not really, you know, you need to get it out of the person, you know. It's the same thing, you know, with every other Catholic, it seems, you know, you have to draw it out of the person what they actually believe, because they might say one thing but there's more behind the things. It's you know, other you know, groups out there use this trick of only telling the people, you know, these front things, and not mentioning, you know, they don't want to talk about the things behind it. You know, they don't want to be honest about what they actually believe, so they serve you something that seems reasonable, but won't tell you the things behind the things. And it's just, you know, I get tired of those things. You can't just stand for the truth or what? Anyway, so I've answered here and there in regards of, you know, some answers, you know, you get and all that, so that's nice. So he said, you know, let's just pass over. When I talk about Christ, I think of the second person of the Trinity, fully God and fully man, solid Catholic teaching. And I go back to the last point here. Hopefully he will realize things are, you know, wrong, and he will get out of the system. That will, you know, hopefully that's my hope. But anyway, so he says, I say to him, let's go to the last part, which is the big issue. Solid Catholic teaching. Tell me, do you believe the unleavened round bread becomes the literal body, flesh, blood, sinews, and soul of Jesus Christ, divine in essence and worthy of worship? Do you reject the Catholic teaching of the continual, perpetual sacrifice, or accept it? So he says, why don't you? So it's like, you know, it's not a, you know, asking him, and it's not really a direct answer that he gives, right? But anyway, okay, so he asks back, why don't you, you know, in regards of, so I write to him, because it's idolatry and wrong, and Jesus never taught that. It's false and wicked, because the true living bread was the one that came down from the heavens. From the heavens, not what is in the hand of the priest of sun worship, who thinks to have the power to make a cookie into God. And you see, when you actually see the priest holding the bread doesn't come from the heavens, does it? You know, I guess you could maybe do some, you know, whatever, you know, in regards of, yeah, it's a great, I think it's a great deception that Satan has made, as like he's copying it in some sense, but still, you know, making it fixed into this pagan religion. Yeah, it's I guess it's pretty clever of that, and that kind. But I've never said that Satan is not a clever deceiver. He is. We should absolutely not underestimate him. Anyway, he answers again to the same question as far as I understand it. Yes, I accept it because that's what Jesus taught his disciples. So I guess he accepts that in regard to it becoming the literal body, blood, and flesh and blood, and he has to do that as a Roman Catholic. There's no way of getting around it. If he didn't believe that, he would not be a Roman Catholic. He would need to look other places than the cookie god, Anyway, so he accepted, and that's the thing, he will say, well, I'm talking about Jesus and all that, but the thing is, the Roman Catholics are thinking, about the cookie, the wafer, when they are talking about Jesus, they're not talking about, that he was sacrificed once and for all. They are understanding that he is continual, perpetual sacrificed in the Roman Catholic churches, the whorehouses. And that's the thing. The thing is, you wouldn't know that if you didn't know something about the religion, because it's very deceptive. They will come out front and look like Christians, but when you actually begin to look behind the what is it called, the front surface, you will get to find weird things. And this is only in regards of the the Eucharist and all that. There are things in regards of other things, like for example Mariolatry and all that. That is just way out there, that's just way, what is going on with these people, it's just, so that's just one thing. Anyway, I just actually saw a video from, a Catholic thing and all that, just, I was like this popular sportsman or whatever that actually had turned back to his Catholic roots and all that, and he's talking about how the Eucharist is the foundation of the Catholic Church and blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, there's a great satanic deception for sure. Yeah, that's why I think the Roman Catholic Church is the worst of worst in some sense. Mohammedans are pretty easy to because they're just stinking wolves, stinking wolves, but the this Roman Catholic system has fixed it up and put some perfume on and hidden behind the veil of sheep clothing. Anyway, I write to my I write, no, he never taught that, but Rome does. Yeshua is the living bread. Yeshua is the living bread. The whole thing of breaking the bread and drinking the wine is symbolic for what he did once and for all. First as a prophecy and after as a remembrance. Not that it in any way becomes his real flesh in any way, or that he needs to be sacrificed all over again and again and again in the Catholic whorehouses. And I should probably have put in, for the dead and the living, because they're sacrificing this thing. They think to sacrifice, Yeshua all over again and again and again and again in the Mass. The Catholic Mass in regards of Christ Mass. What blasphemy, Anyway, because, it's just insane. It's just totally insane. Anyway, so they think to, do that. But I probably should have, I'm talking to a Catholic, so he's probably already knowing this, and I think we actually mentioned it, form and all of that. So, but that is what is happening in regards of again and again and again. They think to sacrifice, Yeshua for the dead and the living. Anyway, so I write, his body was broken. It's a very important thing because, usually they have this cookie and just laid on the tongue and they eat so-called God. And they do it in the Lutheran churches as well. They're not breaking the bread. That's the whole point of it, doing it, is to break the bread. It's symbolic because his body was broken, you know. You have to be kidding me, you know, with these deceivers out there. I'm just so tired of these people, you know. They're just totally destroying the whole idea of it, you know. It's not only the Roman Catholics, all the, you know, all the rest as well, you know. Anyway, his body, I'm not sure, okay. His body, I'm not sure why the eye is actually looking like that, but anyway, his body was broken. Broken! That's the whole point. Broken. Break the bread, you know. His body was broken and his blood poured out and therefore we break the bread and drink the wine. And I think, actually, I'm not sure if the Roman Catholics are actually allowed to drink the wine nowadays. I think they actually might still have the law that it's only for the priest or something like that. At least they had that in the past. I think they still have that, actually. I can't remember seeing any of the Roman Catholics actually drinking any wine. But anyway, that's just... but anyway, his body was broken and his blood poured out. And thereby we break the bread and drink the wine to remember, not that it becomes the literal blood or anything like that, you know, it's symbolic, you know. These Catholic people, these Romanists, these papists are just, you know, they twist the scriptures to support their own false religion and their own false dogma and doctrines, and, you know, anyway, just be very careful of these wolves in sheep clothing, and hopefully help them to get out of this system, because, you know, these people are totally blind. You know, they haul with these statues and cookies and, you know, pictures and images, whatever, you know. It's committing idolatry with, you know, it's whoring with Satan. Anyway, his body was, and in regards of the Antichrist as well, you know, you see people as well doing, you know, anyway, it's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, his body was broken, his blood poured out, and therefore we break the bread and drink the wine to remember what our Master did once and for all, as a ransom and atonement for our sins. Once and for all. I'm really putting that down. Once and for all. He did it once and for all. Come on. Anyway. For as he was lifted up, so took he himself our sins with him to the tree. As Jehovah, who was the perfect, spotless, sinless Lamb of Jehovah, was slain for the sins of the world. As the living bread was broken, and the blood of the Passover lamb ran out for the sins of the world once and for all. The Creator slain for all to behold on behalf of those he created in his image, for life everlasting, passing from death to life. Reborn and in the living gods, and they in us by their Spirit of truth, to witness and point to the living cornerstone who the builders rejected. Anyway, so that I think is pretty much, I could have, you know, written more into the things, but, you know, I think it was pretty, you know, there are some things that, you know, I could put more information on, but, you know, it's I think it's pretty straight to, you know, I could in regards, you know, we look to the Son of God who was slain for the sins of the world. So when we are bitten by sin, we look to him. We look to him and move forward. We look to him for, you know, and we move forward. You know, we might make mistakes, and when we make mistakes, we look to him who died for the sins of the world and move forward. You know, we're not perfect, but, you know, the idea is to go in that direction, because our master was perfect, and so that's the goal. If we can commit less sin or transgression of the law, that is good, because we know that God hates sin. So anyway, he didn't take away the law, he took away the sins of the world. And of course, I know people will run to Paul and all that. Be careful of wolves in sheep clothing. They look like, the real thing. But, why do you think Yeshua warned us about these, Because they would come, Anyway, so, let's see here. The Creator slain for all to behold on behalf of those he created in his image, for life everlasting, passing from death to life, reborn in the living gods, plural, and they in us. And that would also be plural, because there's many children of God, as children of Jehovah, the children of the light. There's a lot of, and in the living gods, and they in us by their spirit of truth, to witness and point to the living cornerstone who the builders rejected. Now, of course, who rejected the cornerstone? Well, the Jews rejected the cornerstone. Well, that was still Jews that actually believed in Yeshua, but overall, the Jews to this very day pretty much reject the Son of God, their Messiah, that pretty much their creator, So who led them into Israel and all that, and fought their battles, and pretty much their God. They rejected their God, because as Yeshua said, if you would have loved God, you would have loved me, because I come from him. And Yeshua was God. So if they proclaim they love God and then reject the Son, that's what is the word? I don't remember the word, but it's just because Yeshua is God. And I still have this thing. That's because of the glasses that I bought. I bought some new glasses, cheap glasses, and they broke, second day or something like that. Usually the cheap glasses break at some point, but these was actually very good, but sadly I can't find these guys. But they're really good, and they did break, but that was my own fault. But usually the cheap glasses break of themselves. You don't really need to do anything to. But these actually held really good, and I'm really sad that I broke them, But very, very nice, and they also pretty much looks pretty good, But sadly I broke them. If I could find, that's. If I find them someplace, I'm going to buy them again, because they're very good and they didn't break of themselves. But usually these cheap glasses break of themselves. But, it's better than to buy these, expensive glasses, and then at some point you end up walking over them or something like that. That's a bad thing. Or destroy them by other ways, going into a lamp or something like that. So that was the day's reply. I'm not sure if I can actually upload this video to YouTube, but I'll try. As I said, the mobile makes funny stuff, and it seems like I really need to order this storage so I can get the things I have on the mobile over to a storage thing, and restart the mobile. That seems to be I've restored some of the things that I deleted in hope that it would fix it, but sadly no. So of course that's very sad, because if I need to sit here with the mobile and set all the things up again, it will take so long. Of course, hopefully I can make a backup. Not entirely sure if I can after these things, but hopefully. Anyway, it's a lot of work to sit here and do all these things and gets things to work again. It's very annoying, but okay. So that's pretty much it. I think that's have a good day. It's morning, and I actually got up pretty early, so that's nice. So I have the whole day for me. And oh yeah, by the way, I need some food. And I'm getting more into the lamb thing. I got a whole lamb yesterday, and I actually need to fix the thing, clean it up before I actually fix. But I have this guy laying there ready to make my. I already ate a little of. Actually, the color is still a lot less red in real life. But anyway, and there might be a little too much fat in it. At least it gives me the. I really, in regards of fat on the pan and all that, I have to be careful about that. It seems because if you eat too much fat, you get the toilet visit. And I also have my slow cooker, and it's still brewing. And I think most of the things that I also eaten some of the things in it and taste actually pretty good, even if it actually has been running. I ate some yesterday, before I went to sleep, just a little, and then I ate here in the morning, and it's been running nearly well, how many? Well, I guess, let's see here, 18 hours or something like that. And it seems like most of the what is it called? In regards to the joints and all that, seems to be nearly cooked off all the bones, so that's good. The water seems to, it seems to become less and less water, so it becomes more and more, what shall we say, it becomes more and more concentrated. I guess that's, usually, I wouldn't mind if there actually was water up to, but I guess in regards to concentrated, I guess it will be easier to actually, if you want to store it and use it. So I guess there's no problem as long as it doesn't, go totally down to the bottom. But I just put water in it from the beginning, and it has, evaporated, apparently, since I set it on and all that. I haven't added any water. So I need to fix this first. I just need to clean it out. It has a little on the bottom here. But then I have this guy, 550 grams of lamb. Going to be very enjoyable, but I need to be careful about the fat. I don't need to use too much fat on it. Because again, the fat seems to make you go to the toilet. So again, I have to be careful about the fat. I have some fat in here somewhere. What is it? Oh yeah, here. I used this fat yesterday, and this is also actually from sheep. You can't really taste this from sheep, but that was from another order. So I have some meat in there, and some liver there, and some more fat down there. So it's pretty good. Actually also have. Oh well, there's a lot of things. So. It's very nice to try this out, and actually, that when I got it, it seemed very, very fresh. Even if it actually was like it was slaughtered like 2 or 3 days, before I actually got it. But smelling at it and all that, it smelled fresh and all that. Nothing to actually point out that So that was very good. So that I'm very, very satisfied by that. And again, I've tasted here and there. I really like these guys. The meat is very nice, easy. But I've frozen some of it down, and then I have the other things. I've pretty much taken one of every one of them and frozen the rest, so I can try out the different parts of the animals, and see how things taste and all that. It's actually, there doesn't seem to be that many different things on a lamb, and here's the kidneys, and there's the fat, and as I understand, the fat on the kidneys are different. I probably should look into in regards of making the kidneys and see what to do with the fat, because it's what shall we say? I know if you have them in the they can go bad, quickly. So that might be a good thing to actually look into next, having some kidneys, and so they don't go bad. And the liver, of course, is. Oh, now we have some problems with the camera apparently. Again, the mobile seems to it needs to be reset. And we have the liver. I took some liver yesterday. And again, if you eat too much liver, you will feel a little. There's a lot of vitamins in it and all that. So you have to be, But it would actually be nice if I could just get a little liver a day, So you give the body the. As I understand it, in the old days, they ate liver once a week or something like that. That seems to be something of At least that was. Now we got also, what do we got here? This like is some of the legs or something like that. The bottom legs and all that. I'm not entirely sure what to. You can slow cook everything, right? And then it becomes. Then I think I have the front legs here and the back legs. I found there was actually two of these back legs. They're very big actually, compared to the ones that I usually bought in the shop. So you pretty much, of course, I would have liked to have the head as well, and some of the other things they probably throw out. I have to ask, I have to ask what they actually throw out. It could be interesting to hear what they actually throw out of the animal. Now, of course, many other things would be used on the animal. They wouldn't just throw it out, throw it away in the old days. And yeah, I guess you could maybe make sausages of the like we do in our days of. Anyway, I've put some salt on it. It's nice with salt. Just salt it to taste. Nothing really special. You just take some salt and salt it to taste. Salt is not as bad as as they say it is. As I understand it, it's actually very good for you. And as I understand it, it's for actually keeping your solidity, or what is it called, the pH down. So pretty much this is pretty much ready to be fixed, and I just need to clean this out and give it maybe a little of fat, and maybe I don't really need the fat, because there's fat in the in the meat itself. So maybe there's not really a problem. That's actually pretty much, it comes with a lot, when you put it on, it already releases a lot of fat. So maybe if you just don't start that high on the plate, you just warm it up a little. Maybe that's. Anyway, I'll stop now. I'll make the food and get going in my day. And the good thing, eating some meat is that you don't really, you feel pretty full for a pretty long time. The problem I have with the meat is that you can actually get very tired if you eat a lot of meat. And that's not good if you want to have energy in the day, So you can actually get very, where it's like, oh, I need to sleep, because you're eating. So again, I still don't know when, there's different views, if you eat only one meal a day, some say it's, some believe it's good here and some believes it's good there and all that. And of course, that would be something to test out. If one can get it down to one meal a day, and also make it a lot easier, not to have 3 meals a day to be thinking about in regards of this and that. If I can just make one nutritious meal a day, and there's a long way still, there's a lot of things that I have thought about, research and all that, but I still need to get the things and try. And that's the problem as well, if you want to get healthy things and all that, it's hard to, in regards to raw milk, I need to travel 54 kilometers to get raw milk. Now, of course, if I had a car or something like that, that wouldn't be a problem, right? You could just take a car and all that. But 54 kilometers is a pretty, of course, when my body was actually working pretty good in regards of, it wouldn't actually be that hard for me, I think, to actually travel that on bicycle. But I'm not really that good in regards to exercise anymore, so it would be a long travel, and would also take a lot of hours. So I need to, for example, get some. In any case, even if I've looked into the buses and trains and all of that, it still takes nearly 2 hours or something like that to get there. So I still, having raw milk, I still need something to have it be able to cool it down. And I've looked into that as well. But only one place I've been able to find, the closest, 54 kilometers away from me just to get some raw milk. They pretty much have destroyed our nutrition in so many ways, a lot of fake food and all that. And we wonder why we are getting sick, because we take the natural food sources from the animals and feed them with all this crap and all that. And then we give it a Hitler treatment, and a good warming Holocaust, and kill off all the things and destroy the enzymes and all that is apparently helping us to actually take off the things that is in the milk and all that. It's insane. And of course, in regards of the cows, in regards of getting milk from them, that we have these, that we are promoting that they give off more milk, which probably, as in regards of my, probably makes the milk worse in regards of nutrition, because the cow now has to produce a huge amount of milk compared to, and it's just that might not be good in regards to the nutrition in the milk, and thereby we hurt ourselves. So it doesn't. If you drink 10 liters of milk, and it's low in nutrition compared to something which actually, you might actually just need to drink 1 liter of milk if you drink some good quality milk. In regards of a cow, I would think, in regards of just. Of course, there's not much research as far as I can see. Maybe there are some place and all that in regards to these things. But in any case, we're just destroying ourselves. And then we go to the doctors to get medicine. These drugs, drug dealers and all that. The whole thing is just corrupt, All things in this world just seems to corrupt, And we are poisoning the people in so many ways, I remember talking to one of my, and it was more of one-on-one, someone that I actually knew, and he was talking about these lines into the houses, plastic lines in regards of water and all that, and and they had fixed into to these people, they had used these things to fix into houses in regards of water, and then they find out, there's something poisonous in them, in regards to these. So did they go out and say, hey, to the people, we found out that these actually we installed and all that, and they're actually poisonous and all that? No, of course not. They didn't tell the people about it. They just went on, nothing happened. Oh yeah, nothing happened. This is a criminal world. This is a satanic criminal world with disgusting liars and deceivers who don't care about the health of the people. It's just money, 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 money. Who cares about the health? We are 7 billion or whatever, 8 billion or whatever. I don't know the exact number and all that. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter if, if they get sick and, die, and we're too many. There's a satanic lie that, we are too many on the planet. Really? No. We're not that, we're not actually filling that much in the world, but we are destroying a lot, that's for sure. But it's a satanic lie, that we are too many people. There's huge amount of area still that has no people on it. Anyway, have a good day, all of you. I think I'll stop now before I'm actually going to continue, raveling out of the, what is it called? I'm not sure. But anyway, I think I have a problem with the mobile. Probably I should order the things again. I'm not in good standing with the bank, that's for sure. But I'm below the waters. But to get the mobile working, it's just a really nice thing. It is working, but getting it reset and would be nice. Anyway, have a good day, all of you, and bye-bye. May Jehovah be with you, and Yeshua, most precious pearl, and may the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, be in us all. Amen.